It's Holas. I'm the queen of healthy Latin cooking, and you're in my kitchen for Holas Beer's cooking show. I wanted to come to the camera with my weight loss story. The reason my cooking show exists is because of my weight loss. Totally. If you don't know, I was 220 pounds and born male. And then now being like 136 pounds, maintaining like a 70, 75 pound weight loss for 33 years. Because I'm 63. It was at the age of 30 that I got a grip to my lifestyle, regimen, plan. And then I was willing. You know what? I was ready. Sick and tired of being sick and tired, they say. I was. So as a child, the focus on me was always what the doctor was telling my mom, which was that your child has to lose weight. My mom helping me and me trying to lose weight. As a kid, like this was the focus. Besides the teasing, I just didn't fit in. And it was so uncomfortable shopping for clothes, going into the husky department. I felt a lot of shame. Like I yearned to be like a muscular, flat-chested boy. I already had boobs as a kid, which came in handy later. I felt so out of place. So body dysphoria got kicked in early. I just grew up with this fascination with food. It started that way, and then it turned on me later. In the early years as a kid, it was just fun, right? Like sugar and cake and candy and chips and all of that. It was a coping mechanism. So I just have to watch how I use food. So it was all about that through like my childhood and junior high and then high school. We all know what overeating is, right? We all know how to do it. We know how to do it well. Some of us know about that. But not too many of us know what to do about it. I had done every diet. Think Thin, Weight Watchers, diet pills, over-exercising, bulimia, anorexia, all of that. But that's all rooted in eating disorders. I was wrapped up in that. So what I needed was a good food plan that wasn't deprivative. I needed to recognize what my trigger foods were, foods that if I started consuming them, I would be hard to stop. And I did identify those foods, which is sugar and white flour. And then alcohol too. Once I had alcohol in my system, I couldn't stop drinking. I would black out and be a mess. First, I was just trying to find a food plan that I could stick to. That had to be number one. And that probably is by itself what could work for a lot of people. But identifying what triggers you emotionally, what people trigger you, what situations trigger you. So I'm gonna say that too then, therapy. I had therapy throughout. Because I knew I had a problem with food. I knew I had a problem with life. I needed to like rework like how I was seeing life, how I was gonna react and respond to life. But I needed to get my head clear, so I needed to get sober. And I needed to get sober with the food. And understand that that's why this cooking show is called Sobriety. Sobriedad in Spanish is sobriety. I changed the spelling a little bit. The premise of the show is to share with you a sober eating lifestyle and a sober lifestyle. Thinking sober, acting sober, not perfect, but to the best of my ability. Because I could like have my weight down for a while and be all over the place. And I have been because this is a journey. There's never for me going to be a final destination. But I think I'm getting to a nicer place lately. And definitely I call it keeping my food down, maintaining my weight, not eating over emotions and circumstances. Allows me to grow up and face the world and face everything about it. So I've gone up and down in weight all my life, and I will say that I've had surgery to remove the excess skin. I've lost and gained hundreds of pounds. It freed me. I am so free now because my body is somewhat like a normal human. It's a lot of scars, but just recently I bought a 2-piece bikini. You're not going to see my face today, maybe just a little bit, but I want you to see this. Soraya's giving you the body. I am going to give you the body. I look really good in it. I had a lot of loose skin all over the place, and that was trimmed out. I'm really grateful. Not everybody gets to do that, but that was my choice. That's my life. But let's get back to weight. And what is it going to be for you to put the food down and keep it down? If that's what you want. That's what you want. Some people could be grossly obese. And you look at them. I saw a person today, and that person was so attractive and so well put together style-wise. And they were letting their body just be their body, not hiding any of it, with some really nice, tight, cute little outfit. Everything from head to toe on point, but grossly obese. The human walked like she was 130 pounds, like me. You know, I'm 136. The human was very big. And I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't be that big. I could, but I would not keep myself clean like that. I would not look that cute. I wouldn't leave the house. You know, that's just my fat phobia. But that's how overweightness affects me. 5 pounds, 10 pounds, I am so depressed. I just am. And so people could be that weight and totally fine, and their self-esteem is intact. We may all know that that weight is going to catch up with you as you get older. So let's just get real about that. There is no magic plan. No one, I think, really has it. You have to determine for yourself what's going to work for you. And I'm going to say this has nothing to do with food, and this helps me stay abstinent with my food. After 5 p.m., my phone is shutting down. I'm not taking calls. I'm not sending texts. I don't want to really get any texts from anybody. Like, I can't have any deep conversations after 5 p.m., really. It has to be like my best friend. Boris is the only one I can have a conversation with. And he knows that by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, my phone is off. Off! I need to do that because my trigger where I do emotional eating is in the evening and at night. So that's something I've learned. And even like now, it's even more of an emphasis, like with social media and the news. 5 p.m. ease out of the world and just be quiet. Maybe play my music keyboard, things like that. Like find something. I do audiobooks and I'll let the audiobook play. I'll watch my favorite tarot readers on YouTube. They're so cool. I love it. I love it. But I love astrology. Now I'm really getting into it. I like to give shout outs to talent. Cancer Moon's Tarot. He's really cool. And then Miss Divinely Inspired. Yeah, Minnow Pond Tarot. You are so cool, dude. If I can call you dude. Is it okay if I use a gender on you? I dig him. And the books he reads and everything, I'm right on point with him. I love what Minnow Pond Tarot said recently. He goes, you do 1 push-up, and then you do 2, and then you do 3, and then you do 4. And then you do a half hour. I was at the gym today and I was thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, because I do a lot of cardio. I love cardio, and that's good for your head. I found cardio to be really helpful when my dad passed away and I was losing my mind. I'm glad I made it through. But you know what helped me? Cardio. So Minnow Pond Tarot. Yeah, I was doing 15 minutes, then a half hour, then an hour, then an hour and 15. Now I do 2 hours. And it's been years now. Joined the gym that's just blocks away with a sauna and a pool. Oh. So you gotta find those things, and you gotta just build it gradually. And I weigh and measure my food. Maybe you'll weigh and measure 1 meal. So then I'll share this about weighing and measuring. You have a bank account and you have expenses. So you gotta earn a certain amount of money to cover your expenses, right? If you don't earn enough money to cover your expenses, you're gonna struggle, right? You're debting. I see food the same way. Food is energy, right? Money is energy. So because on a good day, 4 ounces of chicken is 4 ounces of chicken. On a really rough ass day, 4 ounces of chicken is a whole chicken. I'm gonna rationalize that I could eat that. I'm putting the food on the scale. I know what it is. And then what I'm saying after that, if I feel like I'm still like hungry or deprived, it's like, well, 4 ounces of chicken has worked for you for years. Why is it now that you wanna overeat? Look at the feelings behind why I wanna overeat. Maybe write about it. Maybe there's a conversation I need to have the next day. Not at 5:30, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, where I'm gonna feel vulnerable and I'm gonna go to sleep with all of that tension, maybe of a conversation that I need to have with someone. Maybe I need to stand up for myself. Maybe I need to be assertive. Maybe I need to learn how to be assertive. A book that helped was The Courage to Be Disliked. Believe me, as a transgender woman, having lost most of my friends and my family because they didn't approve of my transition, hell yeah, baby. Sometimes you live in your life, maybe losing that weight, being really fit, breaking maybe a family behavior, which is we all eat like this, we all drink like this, we all spend money like this, we all have debt that is so commonplace within the family, that you getting clean, getting sober, getting solvent, getting abstinent with your food, not cheating on people, you know what I mean? Like, you know, being honest with your relationships. You might be breaking a big family tradition there. I, for one, but the transition with gender was really like the icing on the cake. I'm not doing a Don't Cry for Me Argentina. I'm just saying all this as examples of like, once you get your life together, you know, people may not like the new you. And so, that being said, and I'm gonna wrap it up with this, you gotta love yourself. Like, I've learned to really love myself. Like, for me to have done my transition, for me to have stayed abstinent with my food and sober with alcohol, and have looked at my spending and my codependency and all of that in the last 33 years, having gone through the loss of my dad, like really flipping and not totally flipping, by taking care of myself, by going to the gym, finding things to kick up the endorphins, kick up my self-esteem. All of this is emotional sobriety, can lead to then like a sober lifestyle with food, alcohol, spending, sex. I have to just watch everything that I think about, that I put in my mouth, that I kiss, that they kiss me. Everything has to be like evaluated. Not too closely, but you know, I just gotta make sure everything is gonna be working for me. Why? Because I love myself enough to care about myself and who I'm around, who I'm with, what information I'm feeding them, what they're feeding me, and making sure that it's cohesive, it's loving, supportive. So that's going to conclude this video, right? What the hell did you learn from this? Nothing. Well, I hope you learned something. I hope you learned this. You have to want it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. It's a long video anyways, but I hope you watch the whole thing, and I hope you watch my other videos, and I hope you support my cooking show. And Sobriedad's cooking show is under Sobriedad Network. Thanks. Bye.